Alright, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to teach you how to draw a Wild E Coyote from the famous Warner Brothers cartoons. Alright, normally I tell you to start off with a circle, but in this case, because of the character's head, we're going to go ahead and start off really light with an oval. Okay, small enough oval so you can kind of see where it's going. And you're going to start off with another oval going this way. Okay, another oval going this way. Okay. On the bottom of that, you're going to go ahead and make another oval going kind of the same direction, a little bit smaller. Alright. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make him run today. Okay. Put a little action into the drawing this time. We're going to go ahead and do a line of motion, which is the direction that the body is going to be going into. Okay. Next, what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to draw an oval or a circle, depending on your preference, the very bottom right there. And you're going to go ahead and leave this section open, and then you're going to draw an oval right there in the corner. Okay, keep with the line of the motion. This is the line of motion right here. Okay, next what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to go ahead and draw a line going down, get right back up. Okay, and on this part of the line here, I'm going to go ahead and draw an oval. Okay, just lines and shapes. That's all cartoons are, just lines and shapes. Alright, if you've ever seen any of the Warner Brothers cartoons, then you'll know exactly what position I'm going to draw him in, and you know how everything's going to go as far as that goes from here on out. You know, it's not that hard. You just got to follow it step by step. Anything is always steps, foundations. You know, if you have a solid outline of something where you know where you're going to go, then it's pretty much easy. I talk too much. Anyway, all right, here we go. Go ahead and throw this over and bring this line up, and then bring it right back down. Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and make another circle going right there. And now from this point right here, you're going to go ahead, and what you're going to do is you're going to make a line going straight and then one going up. Okay, and on this end of this one right here, go ahead and make this one will be an actual circle. Okay, this one back here, do the same thing, only just bring it down. Make a circle. Okay, very simple, real easy. All right, now that foundation right there is exactly what you should have as far as the drawing goes. And from this point, you can go ahead and lay things out. All right. So next, what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to start at this point, okay, and then where this oval was at, you're going to go ahead and make a small circle on top. Okay, small circle, and then you're going to go ahead and from this part of the circle, you're going to go ahead and make a line. Okay, and you're going to make another bump, another line, and then another one, and then another one. Now, anybody who's ever seen Warner Brothers cartoons knows exactly what I'm drawing and what part of the character I'm drawing. So, I'm going to go ahead and draw another line just underneath it. Okay, and curve it up. Just bring it up a little bit. And then drop it down. And then bring it right back up. Okay, from this point, go ahead and draw a line over that. And then just kind of underline going this way. Going up in that section right there. Alright. Next, what you want to do is from that point, go ahead and draw a straight line. Okay. Straight line going up. And then you're going to break them off into small points. But keep with this original oval. Break them off into small points. small points on each corner. Okay. Alright, go ahead and stop right there. Now what you're going to go ahead and do from this point on from this is you're going to go ahead and make a line, make a couple more bumps in this area right here anyway. Okay? What you're going to do and make a line going up. This is going to be the starting point of the expression on his face. Alright? You're going to go ahead and make a line in a circle, or not in a circle, but in a loop, kind of like a C on the side. Okay? And then connect this line right back into that point. Okay? And then go ahead and what you're going to do is you're going to go pull this line out, make a small bump, draw this line right back up, make some points, make another point, make another point, and then bring it right back down into that part of the eye. This is going to show that the eye is grounded inside. Now from the other part of this eye, go ahead and make another line here. Alright, and then the very top from where this part of the face is, essentially where the eyebrow would be at, what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to go ahead and make another line going this way. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and do from this point right here, what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to start this line and you're going to bring it out and just like a real long stretched out arch. Okay, what you're going to go ahead and do, you're going to go ahead and loop it at the very end, loop it again, loop it again, and then this time bring it back. Okay, and as you can see, it's building up. So what you want to do from this point is you want to bring this line right back up this way. Okay, and then where this line was at originally, okay, go ahead and I'm going to turn my paper to the side because as I've said before, nobody ever draws completely straight up. Okay, you're going to draw comfortable, draw comfortable. Draw a loop here, a loop there, okay, and then go ahead and bring that line right back up to where this was at. Okay, and that right there should be one ear. Okay, sometimes when you're drawing, you'll catch something that you know that you can fix or that you can combine as far as another drawing goes. In this case, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring this back a little smaller, make them a little bit thinner at top, and then bring this back up. Okay, and then when I darken the drawing, you'll see why I did that. So basically what this is going to do is create another line right here of where the other part of the ear should be at, because there's of course two ears. And usually I say don't make tangents on your drawings, but for the purpose of this particular drawing, it's alright. Because as he's going through the wind, everything is going to, being pushed down the exact same. When I darken the drawing, you'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about. Alright. Now from that point, you're going to go ahead and make, from this area here, you're going to go ahead and make a small slant, and then just a small drop, which is of course where the mouth's going to be at. And then just bring it down. Okay, and then while you're bringing that part down, go ahead and you're going to pull this part in. Pull that part in. Okay, and that should be the basis for your head so far. Now of course we got a lot more to go, but stick with it and your result will be promising. Alright, right after that, What you're going to do next is you're going to go ahead and bring, from this point, you're going to go ahead and make another line, okay, and then you're going to drop this part of the body. Drop this part of the body and keep with that line of motion, okay? And bring it back, make a couple of points, because you're showing that there's, he's got fur on his body, so go ahead and do that. And then bring one line into where the original line that you made was at. Okay, what you're doing is you're building up the character's body, okay? From this point here, what you want to do is, okay, follow this, where this line of motion was at, come down, and bring it right out. And then from this point here, what you're going to go ahead and do is, you're going to go ahead and connect that part. Now don't make a straight line, kind of slant it, make it at a real small arch. Okay? And then what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to round it, make a couple of points, bring it up, back with this other line that you made right here. Okay, and then you're going to pull it in real tight in the corner. Pull this one in again real tight, corner, because they're showing that he's bending his knee because he is running. I'm going to keep this area right here. Okay, I'm going to turn my paper because it's a comfortable position for me to draw in. I'm going to round it out to this point right here. Now I'm just going to make the shapes of the toes and not put the detail in yet, because I want to get a clear understanding of where I want my feet at. Well, to be on the character anyway. And then right back up into that line. Okay, so now that I know where exactly this portion of the drawing is going to go to, now I can go back, I can make a couple of points on them, round it out, and bring it right back into that leg. Do the same thing again, couple points, bring it right back out. And then from this part right here, go ahead and then just see, because you're just following that guideline, that foundation. Bring another point, bring another point down this way, and then just drop it into the other toe. Okay, you can kind of see where it's going from this point. Alright, now what you want to do from this point is you're going to go ahead and you don't want to make the tail yet, because if you make the tail and then where your original drawing for the guideline as far as the arms go, you don't want to make that overlap the tail. Okay, because this part of the body is going to be longer, so you don't want to make the arm touching the feet. Okay, I mean, even Warner Brothers, where they stretched their cartoons, they exaggerated their cartoons, they never had any overlaps as far as action was going, because it just, real life action doesn't have overlap. So what you're going to go ahead and do here from this point is you're going to go ahead and bring this part of the arm down, up in the back, arch it up, you're going to point it, point it again, and bring it down. Bring it out again from that area, okay? And then you're going to connect them. Now these scratch lines are real good, especially with this character, because I mean, he is all fur. He's got hair on his body, so I mean, at the end of the day, you could just, when you ink your drawing, you could just put it out as the hair on the body. Alright, you're going to go ahead and just, you're going to bubble in the, or excuse me, like circle in, bubble in, same thing, where the shapes of the fingers are going to be at. And then from there, again, you're going to have your foundation. You set up your foundation, every other part of the drawing is easy. But if you go, you know, and you try to start drawing and you don't have a plan of what you're going to do, then it's just not going to make any sense. And you're going to get lost halfway through the drawing. You're drawing wrong. You know, you draw the character wrong. You know, he'll be long in one area, another part where he'll be too small in one area, the proportion won't be wrong. I mean, unless there's something that's specifically calling for an actual um, character to be exaggerated in such a manner, then, you know, by all means. But for the most part, I mean, exaggeration and actions and stuff like that, I mean, they're all pretty much simple, and unless it's some magical cartoon where they actually have that going on in the drawing, you don't want to do that. Okay, so back to here, what you're going to do is, from this area, you're going to go ahead and drop that line off from where this line is at. Drop that line off, and then you're going to start making the points, okay, from this point, and you're going to start this arm right here. Connect it from where that bottom part of the line is, and bring it up. Bring it up, make some points, okay, and remember, you're making, everything that you're making is going to have a purpose, okay? So if there's something that you don't like as far as what you see, then, you know, there's always erasing, you know, and then when you ink, you could just go over exactly what you were going to do in the beginning. Alright, so you're going to go ahead and bring this straight up, okay, bring this straight up, curve it at the top, make one solid shape here, and then right where you curve this at, go ahead and make, you're going to go ahead and round this part of the thumb out, and then just completely straight on the bottom. Okay, now in the front of this area, what you're going to go ahead and do from this part of the neck, you're going to go ahead and bring this line out, point it going downward, right behind that arm, make another point, and then another one, and then what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to bring that right back down into the area of this part of the leg. Okay. Continue this line out where you're going to make that line straight. Okay. Bring that down. What you're going to do is you're going to, remember, this was just a guide so you knew exactly where you were going to put the leg at. So you're going to go ahead and pull this out here. Make some points at the tip of where the knee is going to be at because it is bending. And then you're going to bring this part of the leg down in. Okay, back of the leg. Now from this point, you're going to point it right here. Okay, at the very bottom, point it, and then make a small loop around that. All right, you're going to go ahead and separate them now. So you're going to go ahead and bring this line up, drop some points to show that there's fur, and drop another line to show that there's fur, and then you're going to go ahead and bring that right back down into that part of the foot. Now, of course, originally the foot was supposed to be up here, but it's just a guideline, and like I told you before, if you draw, you know, you do an outline of something where you actually have a foundation, 90% of the time it's not going to be exactly where you drew it at. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be that right there. And what you're going to go ahead and do now is you're going to put in a small circle at the very front of that shape. Okay, and at this point, what you could do is you could leave it like that, or you could also ink it. There's many things to ink from, many things to choose from. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to ink it today. What I am going to do is I'm just going to darken it in with a stronger lead, so that way you can see. um, and then pretty much go from there. So basically what you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead, I'll turn my paper over because it's comfortable. I'm going to bring this part back, bring this line in, darken it as I go up. And see, and this goes a lot faster because you already know what you're doing, you already know where you're going with it. And the darker the lead, of course, because the other lead was smaller, I believe the other lead was a 2H. It's a real soft lead. This one's a higher grade. I'm going to go ahead and pull this line up. Okay. Pull that line up, and then you can kind of build it as you see fit for the darkening process of the drawing. Keep it clean. Um, keep it nice and neat. Okay. Um, and again, like I've told you in other videos, you do these on the average. Um, your sketchbook will be filled up in like no time. I mean, you'll have these things knocked out. And if you're trying to get into an art school, you're trying to do something with anything in particular, I mean, the sketchbook is always good to have. I mean, if it's just for fun, you know, and you're doing it just because you love the art itself, then that's cool too. There's nothing wrong with having a sketchbook to leave for your kids or your family when you're, you know, you've gone and went on to the bigger animation picture, if you will. Put this part in. This is where the circle was at. Drop this line in. I'll put my lead out a little bit. Put that eye up. Okay. And then you're going to go ahead and just continue with exactly where your lines are at. But because you already know where you're going, all you got to do is just keep it. Stick with it. See, that's one of the things that's good about characters with fur is you don't have to non-stop straight line your drawing. I mean, the fact that you're even, you know, scratching some stuff in is an indication that there's fur or hair on the body of that particular character. Okay, excuse my hand for a minute. Pull this out. Drop this in. Put that in. This is where the toe's going to be at. You got to show separation, so don't make them too close to each other. Darken that line in. And as you can see, it's a cleaner drawing as far as what you know that you can accomplish. Um, you know, and it's a lot easier to detail. It's a lot cleaner in the sense that you know where you're going with it. You know what you can do with it. Um, and then, you know, in that aspect, those drawings are a lot more appealing. So, you know, you can kind of see where it's all going with that. But as far as that goes, we're going to go ahead and drop this up, drop it underneath, bring this up in the corner a little bit, okay? And you're just going to go over the whole foundation of the line, okay? Now you got to remember one thing. When you inking or penciling your drawing or something like that, don't forget exactly what picture you had in mind for the character that you were going to draw. A lot of times you can start drawing, you get lost or distracted in another situation or another idea, and once that happens, then you kind of lose focus of where everything was supposed to be at. So, but it happens. It happens from time to time. So go ahead and bring this right back in. Okay, and hook that part of the body to the line there. You're going to go ahead and bring this line up forward. Separate this line here. Show some points because it's showing the fur once again. I know I keep on harping on that, but I mean, it's crucial to the drawing. If you didn't have any of these hooks or anything like that, you would just have a complete flat drawing and you couldn't tell exactly what it was. Okay, now from this point, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and move this over. Okay, want to strengthen this line here. Make a point. Okay, bring this line out here. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to see that the arm is in front of that. So don't connect all the lines just yet. Real simple. All cartoons are just shapes and lines. That's all it is. Now go ahead back and connect that line there. You're going to go down to your leg. Bring it out. Darken it in as far as that part goes. What you're going to go ahead and do now is you're going to make one part smaller than the other. So you're going to go ahead and bring this line in. Go ahead and bring another one on the outside. Forget to darken this part of the nose in. Leave an area open for a highlight, even if it's small. As you can see, as the time has gone on with the drawing and stuff like that, you can kind of see where I'm going. You break it down into steps, it's a lot easier to follow. You do, a very light foundation with a lighter lead. Once you're done with it, then you can darken it in with a darker lead and then go from there. This is Coyote. And as always, don't forget to sign your drawings because I want to look back years from now and see how you have progressed. Alright, there's your drawing, and look forward to another video. Thanks for watching.